The announcement by the streaming service Crunchyroll that they will produce their own original content has raised several questions about the company. At least in theory, a company should work by delivering a product in exchange for money. By this logic, one should subscribe to the Crunchyroll platform because they like what they are receiving. The consumer should like the product and delivery methods that Crunchyroll has on offer. The product should be seen as worth more than what they are paying. The simple addition of more content should, in theory, have no negative effect on perceived value. The problem is a matter of charity. A major selling point of Crunchyroll services has been the support of the anime industry, as it were. The company has based its existence around a product and moral values. Crunchyroll has declared that there is a moral value that adds to the ultimate value of the product. Discerning moral value in an economic way is complex and troublesome. On the farthest opposite ends of the spectrum we have 1. Proper charities that offer you, specifically you, nothing worldly in exchange for your money. There may be lesser gifts and notoriety in exchange for your money, but they are clearly worth less than what you have put in. The value is almost entirely morally based. 2. A for-profit company. The end goal is to earn as much money as possible, morals be damned. Then we get into a middle ground that is becoming increasingly common. 3. A company that exists in order to create profits for itself but also argues a moral value in its activities. The value for the product is mitigated/improved/increased, or in some cases defined by the moral value. Plenty of people like to buy sustainably grown, or free trade, or responsibly produced products. There is nothing wrong in this. It is merely that some of the value is in an immeasurable moral value. The problem is that Crunchyroll attempts to sell itself in the same way. Allow me to explain. If Hershey candy bars were selling a standard chocolate bar and then decided to sell a chocolate bar with peanuts, it would be positive. Some people like peanuts, it may slightly eat into their already existing base of standard chocolate bars, but it would offer a new product and ultimately make more money, at least in theory. If a moral company that sold free trade, sustainably grown chocolate bars were to introduce bars with peanuts in them, it could lead to problems if not properly planned. If these peanuts were as free trade and sustainable as the chocolate, then it wouldn't be a problem. The product is morally equal to the original and they exist in the same way as the Hershey peanut chocolate bar. If the peanuts were not sustainably harvested and work done by a morally bankrupt company, then they would have a negative moral impact. People would question this new product and the company as a whole would be negatively impacted. Crunchyroll's introduction of the series High Guardian Spice is counterproductive in the same way introducing morally questionable peanuts is. Crunchyroll has two main selling points. 1. The streaming service. 2. The moral value. Thus the logical business strategy would be to increase the value in one of these 2 points. Either improve the streaming service, or improve the moral value. Producing their own series is counterproductive as it does more harm to the moral value than it increases the value of the streaming service. Crunchyroll already has a large backlog of available material, that is likely only growing with time. This singular series is unlikely to boost its value in any significant way. The moral value of the service has been called into question for many reasons due to this original content. 1. The obvious problem that series will in no way support the anime industry. 2. Crunchyroll is likely profitable enough to invest in products that their subscriber base likely don't have an interest in, raising further questions about the moral, charitable aspect. 3. The overall direction and purpose of the service has been called into question. Likely the best form of action for Crunchyroll at this point would be to state that this production would in no way have an impact on the series they are licensing, nor will it see anyone in the anime industry lose money. Likely the best thing that Crunchyroll could have done, and can still do, is purchase the adaptation rights to a Japanese manga or novel series and then pay a respected animation company to make it. By doing this they would be supporting the industry beyond a doubt and creating new content for themselves. There are no moral questions and equality should remain to everyone's standards. There are other ways Crunchyroll could have gone about this as well depending on their level of involvement. Having a contest where Crunchyroll subscribers come up with ideas, short stories that could be adapted into animation shorts by legitimate Japanese animation companies would have likely been a good way of bridging the gap between distributor and content producer. Furthermore, creating a community of production would have a more positive tone than the current club of like-minded individuals they are promoting. In any case, one would have to decide for themselves if any of this was a good idea. The number of subscribers and profit margins will decide it for Crunchyroll. Thank you.